Hello, hello, and good morning, everybody, and welcome to Living Well Today with Adele and the amazing Laura with me. I am so incredibly excited to announce to you that the lovely Laura, who is on the screen with me today, she's actually our co-host. And so going forward, the Living Well Today show will be with myself, but also Laura as the co-host. So a lovely warm welcome, Laura. It's amazing to have you on the show today, and I am so incredibly excited to be doing this with you. And yeah, it's been amazing to get to know you the past week or so. So I'm looking forward to getting to know you more as we go through the show.
Oh, same, Adele. I'm so excited to be here as well. And hi to all the viewers. Really exciting, really exciting.
Amazing. And we have the amazing Richard, our host, our producer, who is in our ears. So you, as a viewers, you won't be able to hear him, but it's just to make you aware that he is there. So he's doing everything behind the scenes, and will be talking in our ears, myself and Laura, as the show goes on. So if you hear us go a little bit quiet, we're just picking up some of the other viewers call it downloads from Richard. So it's amazing to have you all here today. So first of all, a warm welcome to everybody who is dialed in. We would absolutely love to know who is here with us today. So I look forward to see. So if you're online, type your hello, say good morning to us all, so I can see that we've got Nicola. A beautiful morning. Good morning to you. So you're saying morning, Adele, Laura and Richard. It's lovely to have you on board. Thank you so much for dialing in, or not dialing in, watching us live. We've got Christine Davies. Good morning, Adele and Laura. Good morning to you, Christine. Good morning. And Leanne, hello. And I'm loving all of the little love hearts that you've got there. Good morning to you too as well. I'm loving all of these. So this is good. It means that you're all dialing in. So one thing I haven't already said, which is Happy New Year to all of you. So Happy New Year to all of you. So we've got some exciting things, myself and Laura, that we're going to be going through and bringing into the show today. But I'll touch on that in a bit later. Hello and good morning to you, Catherine. Good morning, everybody, you said. Good morning, all from Neil. Good morning to you too. I would love to know where everybody is as well. So where you're based in the UK or abroad, I always find it fascinating to know where everyone's based. Good morning, Darren. Lovely to see you. Thank you so much for dialing in. I know Darren, so I met him through the holistic community from my home. So thank you for dialing in, Darren. And Julie, I'm loving the love hearts. Good morning to you, lovely. And then we've got Dawn. Good morning, all from Dawn. Good morning to you too as well, Dawn. And then we've got a good morning from USA. Good morning from the USA. Lovely to have you dialing with us this morning or watching live. I keep saying dialing in when it's actually watching live. So good morning to you. Good morning, Debbie. Debbie Clark, good morning to you. I mean, I'm just realised I'm saying good morning to those in the USA, but I don't even know if it is morning there. But anyway, hello to those that are in different countries to the UK. I missed the one that was there, the comment a minute ago, but good morning to you and hello to everyone. So I can see that we've got Hannah. Here we go. Good morning, Adele and Laura from Hannah. Shwana, good morning to you and hello everyone, you said. So good morning to you. Thank you for watching us live. And I think I just want to say a huge hello and a huge thank you to everybody that's dialed in, even if I haven't had the opportunity to respond or shout out your names as we've gone through the show. It's just to acknowledge that you've dialed in and you're watching us live. So good morning to all of you. So, well, let's get on with the show then. I'll stop talking. But I thought this would be the most beautiful, or no, a great opportunity to get to know a little bit more about Laura. Well, for yourselves to get to know a little bit about Laura. So I'm really excited to have Laura with us as the co-host, and she'll be with us going forward every other week. So it's every other Friday that we run these from 11 a.m. So Laura, I am really excited to have you on board.
Excited to be here.
So let's maybe start a little bit about letting the viewers know a little bit about you. So was there anything that you wanted to share with the viewers about yourself?
So I'm a medium and a spiritual life coach. I'm a mum of 3 boys, and I'm very big on wellness and adding spirituality into your life. So yeah, little bit about me.
Fabulous. Thank you, Laura. And actually, there's something that I haven't already mentioned to the viewers, which is a little gift for all of you, is that Laura, she's already mentioned, she's a medium and she does readings. So as the show goes on, as people ask questions, as people interact with the show in the comments, if Laura feels drawn to pull a card or feels drawn to something's coming up for her, she will be tapping into her intuition, and she will be sharing insights from the cards and reading. So it's just to let you know that that's one of the wonderful gifts that Laura's going to be bringing to the show, is that throughout the show, if she feels drawn to, she will be pulling cards and doing readings for people if they've got anything that they're needing help with. So that's a wonderful thing to have as an addition to the show. So Laura, I know that you are heavily involved with mediumship, aren't you? And you're actually involved with a spiritualist church local to your home, aren't you?
Yes,
is that right?
I am. Yeah,
Yes, yeah. So how, because I understand that you've been doing that from a young age or for a long time. So when did you first start dabbling into mediumship?
Well, from a very young age, I recognised spirit, and I would
Yeah.
see spirit around me quite a lot. And I was lucky because I had a family that was involved with that, with the spiritual aspect, mediumship, and other things as well. So that was always supported. But like anything through the teenage years, you end up leaving things behind and going through life. And I ended up, I think it must be about 5 years ago now. I'd sort of dabbled in and out in my 20s. About 5 years ago now, I was dragged to a spiritualist church by my younger sister, and we'd recently lost my granddad, and so we went to this spiritualist church that was local to me. And yeah, I think I waited about a month for my first message, and I just needed that proof. I needed that. I'd sort of lost my faith over the years, and um, as life gets in the way. So I ended up walking through the doors, joining a development circle, and I've been really sort of developing and honing in my skills as a medium since then. So anything spiritual I can get my hands on, like that's me at the moment.
Yay. So do you do platform work?
Yes, I do platform work. I've just started stepping out a little bit more this year, so I'm booked into a few local churches. I've also done online via Zoom. I do one-to-one readings as well. So it'd be private sitting of mediumship, because that is my absolute real passion, connecting with the spirit world. I don't think there's anything else like it, connecting with that beautiful energy that they bring forward.
Okay. Wow. So it sounds like you've been on quite a fascinating journey. And like you said, you could sense the spirit from a very young age, but it's only been in the past 5 years that you've really developed, or really like honed in on that skill and developed it even further.
Yes.
I can see that there's quite a few comments coming through saying hello and good morning. I just wanted to acknowledge that I'm seeing them, and I just wanted to say hello to all of you. I'm going to read this one out. So we've got Amanda Taylor. Do you know this person, do you?
I do.
Laura?
Hi, Amanda. Thank you.
So Amanda saying, hello, Laura, or hey, Laura. So good to see you here. Love your story and your grounded approach. Fabulous. Hello, Amanda. Thank you for joining us this morning. Victoria, hello. Good morning. So I know Victoria. So I was saying to because I run Holistic Community Hub and local to my home. In fact, I run it from my home, and I put a post out yesterday saying when I see names that I recognise, it always makes me feel so like a buzz. So that's what I was saying. So hello, Victoria. It's great to see you here today. Yes. So Laura. Okay. So what I'm going to do, if anybody's got any questions that they want to or any questions that they wanted to ask Laura, anything that they wanted to put into the comments, feel free to do that. And in the meantime, what I'll do is I'll probably just ask a few questions just to get us started. But I can see that we've got a comment here from Hannah. Is this your sister, Laura?
That is my little sister.
Proud sister. How amazing. Oh, sending lots of love to you. See, I love that when it comes through and all of that support and stuff. So brilliant. Hello, Hannah. Lovely to have you with us this morning. Okay, so I've gone quiet because Richard's just talking to us. So we were for the show today, we thought it'd be a really lovely idea to bring the topic of reflections, which would come hand in hand with it being a new year, having a look at reflecting on 2023. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask some questions to Laura. In fact, it'll be an interactive thing between Laura and myself to reflect on what we did last year and what we're wanting to put up for 2024. But as we're doing that, I'm just going to invite the viewers to, if you've got any reflections, to put that into the comments. I just wanted to check something. Richard, is Laura still with us? Is it frozen? Oh, okay. Okay. So I can just see. So Hannah, you put a comment here. Thank you. So excited to be here with you both and this morning. Thank you, Hannah, for your comments. So I can see that Laura's screen has frozen. So we're just going to keep going. So the reflections so actually, I'm going to invite all of the viewers just to kind of sit with your energy now and just think about what you did, what happened in 2023, and what type of things you did achieve. So Laura, I'm not sure, Richard, is Laura what I'll do is what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my reflections for 2023, but I would love to hear everyone else's reflections. So Catherine, I can see your comment, just bear with me. So you're feeling a bit rubbish today, a bit worn out, so would appreciate any message. Thank you. Catherine, first of all, I'm really sorry that you feel this, like you were saying, that you feel rubbish, but the fact that you've acknowledged that and that you're actually opening up and letting people know this is how I feel. So the hardest thing can be to actually acknowledge and accept and acknowledge, okay, we feel bad today. Quite often people feel bad and they just keep pushing through how they're feeling. I'm okay, keep pushing, and then it just empties your cup more, so you end up running on empty. The fact that you've acknowledged, I'm feeling rubbish today, or I don't, and you're saying you feel a bit worn out, you'd appreciate a message. So with what I wanted to say to you was just, first of all, congratulate yourself for acknowledging that you feel that, because that in itself is a huge stepping point. Because often when people feel bad and they don't acknowledge it and keep pushing, it just makes them feel worse. So the fact that you've acknowledged it, I just wanted to send you some love. Catherine, I wanted to send you some love. And Laura, if you can you see the comment, can you, from Catherine?
I
So
can.
lovely.
Yeah.
You can. So
hi, Catherine.
So if anything comes up for you as we go through the show, any messages that you might have for Catherine that will just give her some reassurance, and please feel free to do that if that feels right for you to do so.
Just
I can see you shuffling. I can't quite see your
here. I love that noise.
Have you got your cards? Okay, let's do a quick message.
So many cards, Adele. It's ridiculous. I give her see if we can give you an uplifting message, Catherine, see what the cards have to say. So I'm just gonna, there we go, little bang. So the card I have for you there, Catherine, I don't know if you can see that there. So I feel safe and grounded. So I just feel like you just need to really ground yourself at the moment, and in order for you to start feeling better, to really ground yourself, take a walk in nature, and to just get in touch with feeling safe again. And grounding's really important for us in order for us to make us feel safe as well. So walking in nature, and doing something maybe with animals, because I get the feeling like you enjoy sort of cuddling up. I don't know if you have a cat or something like that, Catherine, because I'm feeling like a cat sort of coming through. So just being able to stroke the cat, and it just makes you feel that much better and just more sort of connected. Also, meditating as well can really help, or if meditation isn't really your bag, just really mindfulness exercises. So as you're doing something, just really focus on the breath, and just so your mind can sort of come out of the way a little bit more, and you can just connect with your body. And as you said, you already know how you're feeling as well. So that's great that, as Adele said, that you have that understanding of how you're feeling. But just taking that time for yourself to be mindful of your breath, and connecting with yourself as well, rather than being in your head, can really help you. So I hope that helps as well, Catherine.
Okay, thank you, Laura. Catherine, I hope that resonated with you. So Laura, I think that what you said there was perfect, and actually a lot of what you were saying, I was linking it to like the holistic world, because you were saying about the mindful breathing, going out in nature, connecting with animals. I know for myself, like since we've had our puppy, so we've had her for about a year now, and that on my own mental well-being has helped me so much, because I struggle a lot with anxiety and depression. And so I take a lot of that's how I got into the holistic world, was to help me with my own mental health. And I would say the thing that's helped me the most is connecting with our dog and the animal, and getting grounded and being out in nature. So that's just a wonderful thing that you said there. Kathy, I can see that there's a few comments coming in. So you said, thank you, I will try those things. Fabulous. Thank you, Catherine. I'm pleased that you were able to take on board some of the things that Laura said. And actually, I thought the card that Laura pulled was such a beautiful card for you. And like Laura was able to expand it with what the words that she used, with advice of how to go out in nature. That's That's wonderful. Thank you. And thank you, Laura, for doing that beautiful reading there.
Thank you.
So okay, sorry, I'm just, the reason I'm going quiet is because Richard's just so we so for 2023 we were going to look at reflections and look at what had happened in 2023, giving you a chance to reflect on what happened for the year, and then having a look at moving forward with 2024 with a more positive and introducing healthy habits into 2024 to help support our mental health and our well-being in general. So so the first thing, oh sorry, I could just see there's a comment here. So on that I can see, so you've put a comment saying 2023 was a very transformative year for yourself. I've grown a lot on top of tapping into my spiritual journey. Wonderful. How amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that. I feel that a lot of people felt that for 2023. I know for me personally, I felt very much that yeah, I felt that very much for 2023 as well. There was a lot of things happening energetically, and I feel that there was a lot of energetic shifts, and like you say, it's a very transformative year for you. So that's wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing. And yeah, I'd be interested to know like how everyone else found 2023, if there's any reflections that come from 2023. For me personally, I always find that for me, I can quite often focus on where I'm wanting to go, what I'm wanting to achieve. And what I love about the opportunity to reflect is it's actually looking at what I've achieved rather than where I'm wanting to go or what I'm wanting, where I'm heading. Because for me personally, and I don't know if any of the viewers can relate to this, is that where I'm constantly focusing on the end goal or constantly focusing on where I'm going, for me personally, and something that I want to do more of in 2024, which is where my reflection comes in, is for me to take more time out to have a look at what I've achieved. So now what I try to do is I look at what I've achieved in a day rather than what I'm needing to achieve. Does that make sense? So it's kind of like if I've got a to-do list and I've only crossed 2 things off of that to-do list. Okay, I've crossed 2 things off, but I've actually done this massive list of things that wasn't on my to-do list. So I focus on what I have achieved rather than what I need to achieve. And the energy shift in my body is so huge that that it has such a positive impact on me if I focus on what I've achieved rather than what I'm needing to achieve, if that helps. So I feel like I want to address a comment that's just come in, and this comment is from Carol. And so Carol, I'm going to read this out. So Carol's comment is, I've come so far after the passing of my 16-year-old son in 2019. Now my sister has just passed and now your sister has just passed away, and you're in need of so much help needed, feeling lost. Please, any guidance. So first of all, Carol, I just wanted to say my heart literally goes out to you. I'm really sorry to hear about your 16-year-old son. I couldn't even imagine how you might be feeling, so I'm really sorry that you feel this. You had to experience this, and then also the passing of your sister as well recently. It's interesting because my personal experience over grief is So my dad passed away 15 years ago, and because I didn't manage the grief of my dad at that time, I just kept pushing. And then whenever somebody else passed away, it was just adding to that grief. So it was kind of like just, so when somebody else passed away after my dad, it wasn't just my dad I was grieving for, I was grieving, not so people that passed away after that, it wasn't just that person I was grieving for, I was grieving for all the people that passed away prior to that person as well. And I just think it's so important for us to be able to acknowledge and give ourselves space to grieve. So thank you so much for reaching out and for giving your comment here today. I'm sending you love, but I did want to get Laura involved with this message as well, just to see if Laura, if there's anything coming up for you as we're reading that message for Carol, if anything, any insights are coming in for you for Carol.
Well, I did feel very drawn to draw on a card for you, Carol. I'm so sorry for your loss. And again, I can't imagine what you're going through. And Adele's advice about going through the motions, going through how you're feeling. When you feel to yourself that you need to cry. When you feel you need to scream, just scream. And just be really gentle with yourself as well. Being really kind to yourself and gentle is really important when you're going through that grief sort of processes as well. So I'm just moving the cards around now, just getting a good shuffle in them. And yeah, like grief, I think, is one of the most horrible things we go through in life, really, isn't it? It can be so painful. It's a funny thing as well, because it's like you feel it so much you actually feel your heart breaking, so you have to sort of pick up the pieces again and put it all together. And I think that you never really move forward. You sort of learn to you learn to move through grief, but you never get over the grief and the loss of someone. That's what I sort of feels coming through for you, even though I'm just shuffling these cards at the moment. But I do feel like I've got the card here, which is the pink flamingo, between worlds. So I feel like sometimes you're on an up and then you're on a down. I feel as though you're finding it quite hard at the moment to just sort of rest your mind, and you're thinking about all the things that maybe needed to be said, maybe things that could have been done differently as well. But I feel as though that they're both really around you at the moment as well, and you're sort of getting signs as well. I feel like that you're having signs from your son, your sister as well, and it's about really slowing yourself down. And when you've asked for a sign from them, to recognize those signs, and the more signs that you recognize, the more you'll see as well. This is a comment there from you, Carol. I have to do so much work for my niece and nephew that have autism. I stay in Glasgow in England and don't seem to get any help for them. Oh, it's so hard. I can completely relate to that. My boys, my eldest son has autism, and it is really hard to get the help within the services, and that there are. I don't know, Adele, do you know anything about sort of getting help for autism or like support?
Really good question. I don't have much experience in that myself. I know some within the community that have children that are autistic or have gone through that themselves, but yeah. So there's the National Autistic Society that helps people throughout the whole country. But for me personally, yeah, I haven't had much dealings with it, but I know quite a few people that have, and it's difficult, isn't it? Yeah, it just adds more pressure to the parents and to anyone involved, really.
it sounds like you're dealing with a lot at the moment, Carol. I just hope that maybe you can reach out for some support as well. Like like you've got somebody that you can speak to about everything you're going through, even if it's just to vent and just to get things off your chest that you need to, because it's so important that we're able to express ourselves as well when we're going through things, and we have a space that we feel safe, someone that we can just open up to, and not always get advice, but just to be listened to be heard, can be so empowering and really help you through these hard times as well. I'm just going to read your comment out as well, Carol. As my sister done everything for them, even though she was in a wheelchair. Wow, that sounds really hard. So you're looking after your sister's children as well. That, yeah, it must be really hard. Just make sure you are getting that support that you need from outside agencies even. I think there's also carer support. And just make sure you've got a strong network of people around you as well, because it sounds like you really need it. But it sounds like you're doing such a fabulous job as well. She's so proud of you and what you're doing, and she's just there supporting you at the moment as well. She's just there lifting you up when you're feeling down as well, Carol. So just know that your sister is around you supporting you, and just have that quiet time to yourself, so you can really feel her with you, especially when you're going through that. You could always, if you would like to sort of, for stress relief as well, meditation is really helpful. So if you do find yourself in a state where you're so stressed out, to just be able to come back to yourself, just be able to meditate, even if it's for a couple of minutes as well, that really helps, just calms your nervous system down, and it can really help you as well, Carol.
And also, just to add to what Laura's already mentioned or advised, a question which I like to ask, or which I often invite people to ask themselves, which is, what can I do in this moment to make myself feel like more joy in this moment, more uplifted in this moment? And it's quite interesting, like when we ask ourselves that question, you'd be surprised what answer comes back. So it's when we're asking ourselves that question, we're tapping into our own intuition. So it's one thing us saying about meditation, going out in nature, and all of these wonderful things which are on offer, but when we tap into what's inside, like our own intuition, what do I need to do in this moment? It could be to go and stand outside for 5 seconds, take 5 deep breaths, to look at the clouds. I've asked myself this question before when I was in a going slightly off topic, but I quite often suffer from social anxiety, and I was at a party, and I could feel myself get really anxious, and I could feel that I was about to have a panic attack in that moment. And I asked myself, what can I do in this moment to help support my own well-being? And the message that came back to me was that I was standing too close to this particular group of people that I was talking to, and all I needed to do was take one step back, take a breath, and I could just feel the things ease within my body. But where I was just feeling so like tense in my body and so stressed, it was just causing me to feel more anxiety. So in that moment, taking a step back and just taking a breath is what I needed in that moment. And that's why that question, what do I need in this moment, is such a key question, because in that moment it would be different every time. So Carol, I can see that you've in your comment, you're saying you suffer from PTSD, anxiety, nervous stability. I am sorry to hear that. And it sounds like Laura said earlier, there's an awful lot of things going on for you all at the same time. And although you're being the support network for your niece and your nephew and your family members, it's also trying to be that support network for yourself. Like, what do you need to do in this moment? Because losing your sister will cause it, like I'm not, yeah, it will be bringing up emotions and stuff, and for us it's being able to give ourselves space to allow that emotion to be there, so that we can allow it to lift from our energy field. Otherwise all we're doing is we're holding on to that. I remember somebody saying to me, I'm going to share something, and I feel drawn to share this with you now. And what it is, somebody shared with me that almost like, imagine you have a balloon in front of you, and our balloon is like all of our emotions in that balloon. And what we're trying to do, like if we're suffering from all of the emotions and we're not dealing with it, we're just trying to like pushing it down, and we're using all of our energy and all of our might. So you're almost like, imagine just really using all of your energy, and you're using all of your energy to push that emotion down. So that balloon, you're almost like trying to push it, maybe like imagine underwater, and you're pushing it underwater, and you're using all of your energy to keep going forward and keep moving forward. And we're using all of our energy to keep that emotion down, and all that's doing is we're keeping it down in the body, and then eventually it's just going to explode. So it's kind of like giving ourselves that time to process the emotion, process how you're feeling, and just really acknowledging, this is how I feel about my sister no longer being here. This is how I feel about having to look after my niece and my nephew, and this is how I feel in this situation. It's acknowledging how you're feeling. But I just wanted to send you so much love and light to you. And if you I'm not sure if you have experienced energy healing before, but that would be, I feel, a really good thing for you to look at. Like if you were to look at somebody local to you, see if you can try and do have a one-on-one energy healing session with somebody local to you. I feel that that's something that helped me a lot, and that's why I always recommend energy healing with people. And for you to go and have an energy healing with someone, they will hold the space for you to just allow whatever to come up. And if you cry, that is a really good thing, because then you're just allowing that emotion to come up. So it's really powerful. I do recommend that if you haven't already. And also breath work. If you have a local facilitator of breath work, it's become really popular recently, but that is a key tool that I used a lot to help me with my own managing of grief. Okay, so we're gonna go for a commercial break now, but yes, we'll be back in a second, and we'll continue with the show.
Introducing the SPTV app, your digital spiritual guide for an enlightening journey like no other. Immerse yourself in a world of audio and visual content crafted to inspire, educate, and entertain. Seek guidance with our card of the day, choosing up to 6 cards for personal insights. Enhance your daily life with our wellness section, featuring nutritious recipes, affirmations, and balanced living tips. Explore our spiritualism section for a deep understanding of the religion, its principles, and spiritual answers. Unravel the secrets of the clairs and broaden your spiritual horizon. Easily find local readers, therapists, centers, or churches with our comprehensive directory. Stay connected with live broadcasts, check our schedule, and get to know our insightful presenters. Delve into the meanings of angel numbers, crystals, and a comprehensive list of divination meanings. All of this and more, available for free on the SPTV app. Download now at sptv.uk/app and start your journey with your digital spiritual guide.
This evening at 8 p.m, join Clara for a night filled with mediumship teachings and readings, featuring special guests.
Hello and welcome back to our Living Well Today show. So yeah, so should we go back to reflections? I'm just
Welcome back, everyone.
Oh, sorry, I can just see we've got a comment from Carol. So I just wanted to say, Carol, say thank you so much. Much appreciated. Thank you, Carol, for being open and for sharing your story with us. And we're sending you so much love and healing. We hope that what's been shared can just really help support you and help you move forward. So
Totally.
So we'll just do some quick hellos because I can see that some new people have dialed in. So we've got Rita, loving the little love heart there. So thank you. Julie, hey, hello. Laura, did you want to do some?
That's it. So yeah, we've got Jazz. Hi, Adele and Laura. Hi, Jazz. Julia Ramsden. Morning, and a huggy little emoji there. Thanks for that. Good morning to you. And Sandra Ennis, very well put. A broken heart. It's like the pieces never quite go back together. Definitely. I think we just learn, we learn to live differently, don't we? I think that's sort of what we take from that. We've got Gail. Hello from Australia. Hello from England. And we've got Karen Woods. Hi, lovely ladies. Hi, Karen.
Hi, Karen.
Louise, and she's saying hi with a little wavy hand there. So hi back at you. And we've got someone else from Australia. We've got Sue. Hi from Melbourne in Australia. So hi.
Hi, Sue. Lovely.
Oh, and my mother-in-law Dawn, Laura, my beautiful daughter-in-law, had a beautiful soul. Hi, Dawn.
Hi, Dawn.
And we've got Darren. 2023 was great, especially finding Adele's network. I'm attending so many more enlightening events in 2024. I would like to identify my spiritual direction. I awakened spiritually as a younger person, and I would like to develop further in 2024. That sounds like a great goal to have.
Thank you, Darren, for writing that. So Darren has been really, he found us in 2023 and he literally has just been jumping in on everything. He's been doing breath work and different circles and stuff. So yeah, wonderful to have you here, Darren.
That's what it gets like, doesn't it? When you find the spiritual, you just want everything. And when you find the holistic things, when you start finding that part of yourself, you just want all you're like a kid in a sweet shop, aren't you?
Yes. And that's because of what I create. I try to like share everyone's classes and holistic stuff that they've got going on, and so people are just jumping from one thing to the next and trying all of this whole suite of different things, which is amazing. So I can see that we've got Lynn here from Australia too as well. Hello, Lynn. I can see there's quite a few from Australia, which is lovely to see. And then we've got Kerry Ann from Canada. Hello. Good morning. I don't even know if it is good morning, but hello to you. And then we've got Sam from Australia, Townsville. I'm trying to think where that is in Australia, but yeah, lovely. Welcome to the show.
Julie from Manchester. Hi, Julie. Thanks for tuning in today. We've got a message from Sam there, Adele. 2023 threw me a huge curveball from doing a DNA ancestry test. I was shocked to find out my dad is not my biological dad. I'm still trying to get my head around it. Not sure how to move forward. Wow, that sounds like a really huge curveball, Sam.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry to hear that. How are you sort of coping with it? How are you moving forward? How are you finding your feet with it all? Just let us know in the comments. How are you sort of finding your way around this? Also, you could when I don't know, Adele, do you know any sort of holistic therapies that would help Sam with
Yeah,
this?
just I was actually just thinking in my head like what holistic things, to be honest, like all of the holistic approaches, whether it be breath work, meditation, all of these practices that we can do, it's creating space for us to come back to ourselves. So no matter what we're going through in life, it's giving us that space to come back to our body, to really ask ourselves, how do I feel about the news that's come through the ancestral test? And journaling is a huge tool that I use. I use that a lot. Like if there's there's different ways of journaling, but the way that I like to journal, especially if I feel like I've been triggered by a certain situation, or if there's something that keeps taking energy back to that moment, I journal like, how does this make me feel? And it's what that does is it helps me to process it. It helps me to get the emotion out of my body onto a piece of paper. And what I like to, some of the things I like to journal about is like, how does this make me feel? But also it could also be triggering other beliefs about ourselves as well. So it's not just when you really start to tap into that self-awareness of how we're feeling, like identifying what's come through the ancestral test, that will bring up a whole load, go right back to childhood, and it's like it will just go right back, and it's almost like identifying what all of those emotions are and what beliefs could be coming up for us, and then it's like processing them. So for me using journaling in everyday life, if somebody says something and I feel triggered by it, I'll use journaling to help me understand why. Okay, so that is because of a belief that happened in childhood. I don't need to, that's not relevant to me now as an adult. So the journaling is a really key tool that I like to use. So I can see Sam's put a comment here. It has made a lot of memories from my past make a lot more sense. Okay, I'm just curious, do you use journaling? Because I really feel that journaling would be a really good tool for you. Even just I've done it in the past, like sometimes when we're not in a situation to be able to speak our truth to somebody, you could write a letter to that person and burn it. So I did that a lot over things that are people that are no longer here, and I may have, where I wanted to say something to them and it's not been possible to say it. So I write a letter to them. It gets everything that you want to say, all of those words, which can cause a block in your throat chakra. It gets all of those words out and all of that energy out onto a piece of paper. Then you can burn it. That's a really good tool.
And that's really powerful as well, because it's like a physical representation of something. I actually pulled a card for you, Sam, there, and that just really clarifies. So the observer, and that's really just clarifies what Adele's saying about becoming the observer of your thoughts, becoming the observer of your feelings and how you feel, what it's bringing up for you, just going back into the past and being able to heal that as well. Because when you are journaling and you're doing those prompts, maybe you do sort of a mind dump and you haven't got the prompts there, that's another great way to do it. But prompts are helpful if you're just starting off on a journaling journey. I haven't used journaling, but we'll give it a try. Yeah, I use that as well, Adele. It is really helpful, like if you're unsure about a situation or really how you're feeling. And I think it's okay to not be okay sometimes as well, and not be sure on how you feel, and then you end up going through I think then it just comes up when you really need to deal with it as well. And it just you're shown, I think sometimes when you go into yourself as well, and you ask for the answers that you need, that's really important as well, like coming back to self. So just becoming the observer again, becoming the observer of your thoughts and your feelings, and looking at it from an outside perspective as much as you can, because it sounds like you're dealing with it well, as well. Yes, I do that when I was younger, the letter helped. Yes, yeah, definitely. So I hope that helps, Sam.
And actually, I wanted to highlight something that Laura said a minute ago, because one, we've been talking about journaling, but Laura did say about energy healing as well. So the journaling will bring the emotion up, and then you can release the emotion by burning it. But energy healing is such a powerful tool as well. So to be able to sit in a meditation with the energy healing and allow the energy healing to bathe that situation that happened in the past or whatever emotions coming up. Another thing that's really good, I'm not sure if you've heard of this, Sam or Laura. Laura, I think you have EFT tapping.
Oh yes,
I know we spoke about it the other day. So that would be
practitioners, it's brilliant.
Yeah. So Sam, it might be worth looking into EFT. So EFT tapping, it's emotional freedom technique, and it's a way Rita's come in with tapping is a good relief. So yeah, which is fabulous. So it's almost like with the EFT tapping, with the journaling, you're bringing all of the emotion up, and then you tap on the meridian points to release the energy from your energy field. So Sam, that might be a really good thing for you to look into as well, just to help process and release and shift that energy. Fabulous. Thank you, Sam. Gosh, I feel like I've gone a little bit off track. I'm trying to think where we were with everything. Laura, we were looking at reflections for 2023. That was it. We were looking
reflections.
At reflections. Okay, so we have one from Rona here. Hello from Dublin. Lovely to see you.
Hi, Rona.
So you put Happy New Year. So you put in 2021, I lost my dad. 2022, 2023 has been so hard for me. I find my dad's death so hard to accept. I lost my mum at 97. Could I have a card, please? Please share. Or card reading message.
Of course, you can, Rona. I'm just going to have a shuffle. I'm so sorry about everyone you've lost as well. As we said, like grief is such a hard thing, and it's hard sometimes. A piece of your heart just don't go back together as they were before. It changes you, doesn't it, when you go through the grief. And I'm just going to see what's sort of coming through for you here. So, this one wants to come out.
While Laura's doing that, I just wanted to send you some love, Rona, as well, while Laura's pulling your card.
So I've got orphans there, which is interesting. Very sort of apt as well. And I just feel as though maybe at this time to sort of really try and look at the really good memories that you have with these people, where you have with your dad and your mum as well. Like, look at the really good memories that you have with them, and use that to connect with them as well, because that's really important as well, that you have that space to be able to connect with your mum and dad again as well, because they are always around you and they are always sharing their love with you as well. So when we connect in that space of when we connect with those happy memories and we connect with that, is so powerful, and it just sends it out. It sends out that love to them, and we receive it back as well. And just being able to sit in the quiet as well and just feel them around us as well can really help. Just feel that connection, because they're never far away. They are just a thought away, and they're never too they're always within our heart as well. And Rona said, thank you so much. I'm brokenhearted. I can't imagine. And I think it has changed me lots of love and hugs back from Dublin and Ireland. Just sending you so much love, Rona, as well. And just be really kind to yourself at the moment as well, and just try and remember the good times. And if maybe if you have a a couple of photos of your parents, to have them up, and make a small little altar as well is really helpful for grief and feeling connected as well to your parents.
Thank you, Laura. And actually, Rona, I just wanted to send some love to you as well. I know, yeah, losing a parent is very difficult. So I just wanted to just send you some love. And grief in general is a hard, it brings up a lot of emotions for us to deal with. And so just acknowledging that, I think for me, so for my dad, so for the first 15 years of him passing, probably 10 years, I didn't acknowledge that he'd passed. I was like not acknowledging it. So I wasn't processing the emotion. And then it was at a retreat 10 years later, and I burst into uncontrollable tears in a meditation because I had forgotten about him. I hadn't forgotten about him. It's like I had put him in a box and I couldn't process it. So I think the fact that you're acknowledging it and you're mentioning it to us now and you're processing it, that's a really good place to be, as long as you're always processing the emotion. Whereas for me, I threw myself into a corporate job. I wasn't processing the emotion. I wasn't celebrating his birthdays. I wasn't acknowledging him at Christmas times. I kind of like closed off to the fact that he wasn't there around Father's Day and stuff. So the reason I'm mentioning that to you is just like Laura was saying, to create space for you to celebrate that he was here. Yeah. So celebrate his birthday, celebrate Father's Day, celebrate that he was here and the happy memories that you had. And I feel that that in itself is so deeply healing. But I just wanted to send you so much love. And yeah, like Laura was saying, it doesn't, grief, it's like, it's always like, there's still moments now where I still deeply miss my dad, and that was 15 years ago. And it's like the emotion is always there, but it's just acknowledging it and knowing that it's okay to feel sad as well. It's not, yeah, I think that's the key message. It is okay to feel sad.
Yeah, it's important to honour the feelings, isn't it, Adele? Yeah. Like when you're going through that, it's important to just go with the feelings as well. So yeah, definitely.
100%. And I like what Nicola's put here as well, that with the journaling, they found it fantastic for coping with grief. So yeah, that's a really good acknowledgement there. Thank you, Nicola.
And then Dawn said here, I have never journaled until this year, as I bought one, and it's hard to get into the habit to keep doing it, but I am already loving looking back at certain days and how I felt. That's a wonderful way to put it as well. Hi Dawn. And that's a wonderful way to think about things as well, because not only when we're journaling are we getting things out, but we're also going to be reflecting. We can also look back on certain days, maybe when we don't feel as great and we're not at our happiest, then we can always look back over that and have a read through, because we go back into that energy again, we go back into that feeling, so it can give us that upliftment that we need. And sometimes it is hard to get into the habit of journaling, and starting any new habits can be quite hard as well. And it's just about being consistent, but giving yourself just even a small window of time, just a couple of minutes every day, just to sit and journal. But I do think it's very beneficial for a lot of people.
I think Laura, did you want to share that?
Yeah. So what you can do is so for the journaling as well, you can just put like one line about how you're feeling. So then you can look back at, and you can look back over the patterns of how you've been feeling over the months and over the weeks as well. And it's be quite interesting when you've had been doing it for a year, and you can look over the year and you can see what maybe things uplifted you and what things went well and what things didn't quite go so well. So having the feeling of the day is a really good way as well of helping you with your journaling.
I love that, Laura. And actually, like some of the questions, because I've got like a whole list of questions that I could journal on every day, but I pick different questions every day. And a few of the questions that I have is around what sustains my energy and what drains my energy. So one question, what sustains my energy like today, and what drains my energy? And that really helps me to like almost like reflect on the day, just to see like what's draining my energy, and then what can I do tomorrow to make it more of a balanced, more balanced.
Your self-reflection is so important to help us move forward. And also journaling gratitude as well. What we're grateful for is another great one. So when we are feeling in a place of lack and things aren't working out for us, when we're looking at when we look at things that we're grateful for, it can really sort of change and shift our energy as well. We get into that feeling and really feel what it is that you're writing down, what really it is that you're grateful for in that moment. And sometimes it's hard to find the things when you're feeling really low and you've really sunk down, and just finding just the little things can really be quite uplifting as well. So journaling, having a gratitude journal as well, and just maybe about three things, and just again just feeling into them, those things that you're grateful for, in order to move you forward through the day. You can do it in the morning and the evening as well.
Yeah, I love that, the idea of that, like you were saying, the gratitude, even just looking at 3 things that happened in that particular day.
Yeah.
Because quite often we can just go through the day and not show appreciation for the little things. So just have that little gratitude of the 3 things. It might be a stranger smiled, and it's just like tapping into that energy then lifts our vibration inside the body, our feeling inside the body. I can see like a few people have come in just saying hello. So we've got Claire, there was someone before as well, but Claire, I can see you're actually wishing us Happy New Year as well. So Happy New Year to you. And we've got somebody in South Africa as well. Hello to you from South Africa.
Hi.
Wonderful. While we're on the topic of like reflections and affirmations and journaling, it might be a really good time to mention the SPTV Live app, because there is an element in the app which is all about reflections. So there's affirmations there's videos, there's meditations. So for everyone that's watching, it might be a really good, because it's free to download. So you could download that app and then just have a look at the reflections section of the app, and there may be some like tips and pointers in there as to like how to journal and reflect and affirmations to use and things like that.
And it's all free to download as well. So there's recipe ideas and lots of other things on there. And we've got a comment from Myra as well. I'm going to journal too. Great idea. We're going to end up having a journaling group. We're going to be saying about, and then next time we've gone on the show, we can all talk about how our journaling's going as well, so you can have a bit of accountability. So if everyone that wants to journal, if next time you can say how your journaling's going, because sometimes, as we know, starting a new habit is always isn't always easy. So we'll be keeping you accountable for the journaling.
I like that. And actually, Laura, you saying that about the accountability and doing it every day, because I now keep my journal next to the sofa, like where I watch TV. So even if I'm watching a program, I just like journal like some of the questions, or answer some of the questions, and it's really helped me to stay accountable. So I do it most days, but that's because it's on the sofa next to me. So rather than me snacking, I might just journal.
Oh, that's good. Doing some writing instead. Mine's awful because I've got about 3 different journaling books. I've got like a moon journaling book, this one for gratitude, and that one. I need them all into one. So I need that accountability as well. Oh, apparently there is. I just got a download to say there is one. So I'm going to have a look into that. That would be handy. I've got there's my sister Hannah W. I'm definitely going to try it and try. I think it would be something really helpful for me. Just hope I can stick to it. You can stick to it, Hannah. You can do it. We'll all keep each other accountable as well. So next time the show's on, we can all talk about how we're doing with our journaling, how often we're doing it as well.
Yeah, and actually as well, something that I just wanted to add to that if you do happen to miss a day, that's okay. Like, so sometimes like I miss a day and it's like, that's fine, like I'll just do it tomorrow. It's not like a biggie, but it's when I do it, I notice the difference in my energy because it's helping me to reflect and helping me to bring my energy up. Yeah, I mean, I feel like we could talk about journaling like for ages. I've got so many other little prompts, but I'll save them for next time. So we're back in 2 weeks' time, aren't we?
Yeah, 2 weeks. Yeah.
Fabulous, Rebecca. I saw your comment. You're going to be downloading the app. Amazing. Yeah. So, and if anybody that's viewing at the moment, that is live with us at the moment, or even if you're watching the recording, that, like we were saying, the app is free. So once you download it and start like having a look through it all, we'd love to have some reviews. So if you can take some time to review the app, that would be amazing too. Oh, so Christine, I can see. So I think your daughter's already downloaded it, I think, and finds it helpful. I think that's what the comment is. Thank you for that. Checking app out now. Amazing, Sam.
Brilliant.
Fantastic. Okay, so Laura, was there anything that you wanted to, anything else that you wanted to do? Like, did you want to do a reading, or did you want to?
Yeah, that's, I don't know, Richard, could you pull up somebody, can't remember who, just go flick through the things. So, Christine, I'm going to give you a message from my Oracle cards pack, if that's okay. So I'm going to give them a good old shuffle.
I just thought it'd be a really nice way to end the show, is just like you were saying, picking somebody at random just to end the show with a lovely reading for someone.
And she said no to using, her daughter uses the journaling. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
I think a lot of people are sort of really getting into that at the moment as well. So that's good. And there's so many different sort of journals you can get as well.
Yeah. I've actually, I was going to say I now just have a blank journal and I just write the questions on the first page, because then it's like I can pick every day what I want to do. Anyway, I'll leave it back for you for the reading.
That's a really good idea. Hi, Christine. I just saw your comment there. Okay, let's see what I've got. How funny, how very fitting. I almost feel like you're being told to journal as well. So that's the card there, and it says, I focus my thoughts on abundance and gratitude. So I don't know whether sometimes you find it a little bit hard to stay on the bright side of life, but it's the cards asking you to focus your thoughts on abundance and gratitude. And that's something we were talking about earlier, being able to do the gratitude journaling as well. So maybe ask your daughter for some tips on the journaling. It might sort of help you, give you that upliftment that you need at the moment as well, because you know how things are when you're feeling low. It's like, you've dropped dropped a piece of toast on the floor, and then the washing machine's broken, or someone's been rude to you that day. It's sort of everything snowballs and you start to go, I've had a really bad day. And just by focusing on gratitude and focusing on how abundant you are, and how wonderful you are as well, can sort of really help you bring that back, really help you refocus the energy as well. And is when we're in a place of lack, it's really hard to sort of move forward in that positive way of thinking as well. And we can sort of look at maybe minor things that are going on in our life, and we sort of make mountains out of molehills, if you understand, Christine. So it's just asking you rather to react, to respond as well, and just try and focus on having that gratitude, even if it's some small things as well. So I hope that helps, Christine, and just sending you healing at the moment as well, and hope and some upliftment as well, because I just feel like you need that at the moment.
Thank you, Laura. Actually, I wanted to add to where you were saying with the abundance, something going back to the journaling. One of the things that I've been doing, which has really helped with lifting that abundance. So I just wanted to mention it now, Christine, in case you wanted to introduce it into the journaling that you're going to be doing. And because we spend money like every day, whether it be to go and buy a coffee or to go and buy whatever it might be. So every single day, like, I write down all of the things like that money has bought me, all of the things that money will buy me, and all the different ways that money has come in. And that just simple exercise has really helped me to make me feel abundant, because what was happening was I was focusing on the bills. I was focusing on where I was going to get money on to pay for all of the different bills. And this simple exercise that I do now, it gets me to focus on the appreciation of the money to pay for the bills, the appreciation of the money that for the bills that I've already paid for. So it's shifting that energy from a lack to feeling abundant. And I just wanted to share that.
That's great advice. I'm going to try that as well, Adele. That's brilliant.
Do you know what? So when we're next live, it might be really good to just have a quick chat about that, as to with regards to, I would be interested to know what you notice in your body and your energy, like as you're doing that exercise. Like, I really feel it's like I feel abundant and like appreciative of money.
And that's
Fabulous.
it, isn't it? Like them affirming to yourself as well. That's really powerful. Like doing those affirmations are really important. We've got a comment there from Hannah W. Absolute great advice, Adele.
Thank you, Hannah.
Great advice.
Fabulous. So I think this would be a really good way to end the show. So I just wanted to say thank you so much to everybody for joining us today, and we look forward to you joining us again in 2 weeks' time. So 2 weeks today, 11 a.m. We look forward to joining you live then. Thank you,
Thank you
Christine,
so much for joining us.
So just sending love to all of you.